Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mackenzie Kellier, also known as Mother Hummingbird in the internet realm. And today I wanted to make a video all about your inner child and tracing our thoughts back to when we were children ourselves and the things that we were naturally inclined to do when we were children. So I made a TikTok where I was asking people, like, okay, what are all the things that you used to do when you were a child that you just naturally were talented and gifted in that you no longer do as an adult? And I was surprised to get a ton of comments of people pouring their hearts out with all of these different talents and abilities that they all used to do when they were children that they no longer do. And it's really sad because I do believe that God gifts us all of our talents and abilities for a reason. But even me personally, I have God-given talents and abilities that I also have not tapped into much in my adulthood that I used to tap into all the time naturally as a child. And that is something that we as a collective, as humanity, as a whole, we need to change. I think more often than not, adults get too wrapped up in adult life, like striving and working and doing all of these things that we genuinely forget our purpose and our natural gifts and abilities from God that we were so naturally tuned into as a child that we just totally forget as an adult. So this video is going to be talking about tapping back into that inner child and letting them out to play. So me personally, when I was a child, I was very drawn to music. I would write songs all the time. I would literally make entire songs on the piano that were not to toot my own horn, but they were really good. I was very naturally gifted from a young age musically, but as an adult, I have totally pushed that side of myself aside, and it's something that I have been thinking a lot about lately, and something that I'm trying to foster more of and bring back into my life. For example, this past couple weeks, I started writing songs again, and my boyfriend was like, wow, babe, these are really good songs, and they just naturally flow and come through me with ease. And so I know this is a gift that I have that I should be sharing more, right? Because if not, it's kind of like doing a disservice to God. God's like, I gave you these gifts, why aren't you using them? So anyway, I wanted to talk today more about different ways that we can nurture our inner child and bring that out again. Because a lot of the comments that I've been seeing on TikTok are I don't even know how to do that anymore. My spark is gone, so we're going to talk about that. So something that I think is really important that I personally need to do more is taking myself on inner child dates. So doing things that I would have wanted to do as a child that maybe my parents didn't have the time or money to do, that I can do for myself now. For example, as a kid, I was really into dance, really into music. So now as an adult, I take myself to ecstatic dance. I take myself to a lot of performances, dance performances, for example. Things that I would have loved to do as a kid, I do now, and that's how I nurture that part of myself. So for example, there was a couple dance productions that went on in my town recently that I took myself to nurture that part of myself that is so... Someone's trying to call me. That was so deeply interesting to me as a child, and it really helped open up that channel again for me as far as my own dance goes, because I like to dance myself in my living room and do my own thing all the time. I rarely post that on YouTube or TikTok or anything, but I should more share my dance. And another thing, if, say for example, you were really into swimming as a kid, but your parents didn't take you to a pool very often, maybe you could go to a gym and pay a $20 drop-in fee or something and take yourself swimming for the day. fill in the blank, whatever it is for you. Like if you were really into reading as a kid, but you kind of lost that as an adult, take yourself on a date to the library and allow yourself to kind of just get lost in the sauce and find a good book and just lose track of time for a day or something, like that. Another thing I want to talk about is also getting into that childlike state again, because I feel like that's something that as an adult we lose a lot, that we should really be aiming to get back into. I've noticed my partner, it's really easy for him to drop into that childlike state, like with our son, and he does such an amazing job at like playing with our son, like another kid would. But for most adults, it's a little harder for us to tap back into that childlike state and express that again truly and fully. And so I think it would be really important for us to, maybe on those dates that we take ourselves on, or inner child dates where we take ourselves to the pool or take ourselves to a music show or a dance show or something, maybe set the intention before you go to that you're going to release any and all expectations, and that you're going to release any sort of control and get out of your head and into your body. Really just tap into that pure presence that like children have, and see how far that gets you. It might take a little practice. It might take yourself a few dates of taking your inner child out on a date and truly letting that pure spirit come through with a pure intended presence. It might take a while, but I think it's definitely worth doing. Definitely worth pursuing. With that being said, I hope that this video helped you tap into that part of yourself that you might have lost. And I'm going to leave you guys with a question. So my question is the same question that I left on my TikTok that I would love for you guys to express in the comments, because it's really beautiful hearing adults say out loud what it was they did when they were a kid that they no longer do as an adult. So my last question to you before I go is, what was your natural talent and ability that you did with a kid that you now no longer do as an adult, and why? Leave that down in the comments. What was your natural ability and your talent? Leave it down in the comments. And why have you not been doing it? Is it just because adulthood? What is it? I want to start that conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at motherhummingbird111. Also, same thing on Instagram, all across platforms. I am motherhummingbird111. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It looks like there's an earthquake in here because I keep kicking my table at my camera is on. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and to my channel. It helps more than you know. And also, if you don't mind, leaving in the comment section if there is a video that you would like me to touch on, whatever topic that might be. On my channel here, we like to talk all things in the realm of spirituality. And yeah, thanks for tuning in once again. This has been fun. I hope you tap into your inner child and heal so that you can be more in alignment as an adult. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.
Quick question. What was the thing that you did when you were a child that just sparked your imagination, your creativity, your passion, that you now don't do as an adult, and why? This is a genuine question that I would love to hear from in the comments, because this is something that I've been playing around a lot in my mind with lately, is the things that I used to do as a kid naturally, like my natural gifts and talents that I've kind of abandoned as an adult. Tapping back into those talents and abilities, and I'm curious if you are too. Is this a collective thing?
I wrote this song for my partner. I cannot figure out how to do a beat on here so that I could actually sing it in its truest form. So I'm just going to recite it for you guys. It's called Guided by the Owl Feather. Guided by the owl feather, I know we will walk together till the end. Make amends, your precious heart I will tend. With ancestors on our side, ready for this wild ride, I reside deep inside your deepest, darkest, heartfelt tide. I I will bless you with my life, guided here to be your wife. You know it's always my goal to tend your heart's sacred gold. Pure intentions, blessed be. I live in the cosmic tree, swarming with these honeybees. I drop down onto my knees. Guided by the owl feather, we will walk through any weather. Heart of gold, truth be told, speak our truth so wise and bold. Feeling blessed to be your wife, we have walked the darkest night to be here. Let's be clear, we have nothing left to fear. Listen, honey, I'm your mirror. There is nothing left to fear. Drop in, give me your ears. Got your back for many years. Swimming through this cosmic soup, don't let your trauma be a loop. Open your heart, bear the fruit, claim your body as your tomb. Guided by the owl feather, root down to the earth and tether to your roots. Feel the boost, I could never fill your boots.